I apologize about the quality of the video, but this is what we have to work with. Just a brief history of the ATW Church was written and posted in the Facebook group, the ATW World Church. Most of you guys should have already seen that because you're already part of that group. But this will be a little bit more in-depth and a little bit more intuitive to help you guys understand what the whole program is and how we're going to do this. Number one, I want you guys to know out of the gate, this is a sales position. This is strict commission, 100% commission, and it is cold calling. This is probably some of the hardest, most difficult work that anybody out there would ever choose to do. But ultimately, it is work, and ultimately, if sales are made, you can make some good money. So before I get into anything that you're selling or anything that you're doing, I want to tell you about your money. Your money's going to come on a 1/3 ratio. What that means is every single sale that you make, you're going to make a third of that sale. If the sale is for $300, here's an example, you'll get $100. As far as the way that you get paid, we're going to do it on a weekly basis. That means once every week on Friday, we're going to cut our checks through our accountant, and we're going to either mail them to you or you can come get them, or however you guys want to do that. It's your decision pretty much. But I want to challenge you guys, if you make the choice to go into this adventure with us, then I want to tell you, please, please, please don't get discouraged if a few people hang up, if a few people say no, if a few people don't want to go with the program. Just keep focused and keep your eyes on the prize, because ultimately you guys will have success. This is such a great program and a great opportunity for local area businesses that I don't see how many of them could turn down this opportunity. Now let's talk about what this opportunity is. ATW is endeavoring out into a great outreach mission. Basically what we're doing is we're going into communities all over the upstate and then beyond that area and littering with flyers and street teams and inviting and encouraging and so on and so forth people to become aware of our ministry, people to get involved with local area churches, and so on and so forth. One of the programs that we're going to be utilizing is an idea that we had that we would print 3,000 flyers per quadrant and have our street team go and literally put 3,000 flyers on 3,000 doors. Now, this is a very difficult task, but it's one that we can bring to fruition because of the pay that we're going to be able to afford our street team. We are able to pay them in such a way because of the sales that you guys are going to be making. On this flyers, and here's an example on this piece of paper, we're going to have in the center right here, we're going to have just a simple little logo with a website and how to contact us and how to get in touch or blah, 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 whatever. Well, all along the border of the page will be 9 2-inch advertisements from local area businesses. This is what your job is. Your job is to sell these advertisements along the border. And your price is going to be a minimum, what's going to be called a donation or partnership of $150. That is the minimum that we'll accept for one of those advertisements. Of course, we'll accept any donation, but in order to make it to our flyer, we're going to need $150 from that business at the minimum. We would suggest, and we would like to obviously see you guys go out there and try your darndest to make more, to get more donations so that you obviously can make more and so that we can spread the gospel a little bit easier. But there's 3 things that you're going to do in 3 areas and 3 avenues that you're going to be able to sell this thing to local area businesses. Number 1 is the most obvious. It's the 3,000 flyers. You're going to promote to them that we're going to put their logo and their name and so on and so forth on this flyer and pass it out to 3,000 unique houses. This isn't going to go on some stack in a Ingles or a Rite Aid or wherever. This is going to be passed out house to house, door to door, and people are going to look at this thing one flyer at a time. And when they see this thing, they're going to see business, 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 and they're going to become involved and engaged in what that business is doing. Well, the next thing is ATW is registered with the South Carolina Secretary of State as well as the IRS. We are 501c3 and 4 chartered, and we are a nonprofit through South Carolina. What does that mean? That means that when you sell this advertisement on this flyer, you're not actually selling an advertisement per se, but what you're doing is you are giving them an opportunity just to show them our appreciation by posting their donation to our ministry. By them donating, we're able to give them a tax write-off at the end of the year so that they can take this $150 minimum donation and go on to their accountant and do whatever they need to do. We will give them a tax receipt. We will give them the proper 501c3 paperwork so that they can fill it out and get it going. But here's this real cool, this third thing that I like is the real cool idea that we came together with and we put together in order to get these businesses really involved and in order for us to engage these businesses. And this is a neat marketing strategy that ATW has developed. In the past, when I worked with Life Church and other ministries, we did similar things where we would pass out the flyer with the logos and with our ministry in the center. Well, then what we would do is the flyer would have the logo, and the logo would, of course, it would have the business name and so on and so forth, but it would simply say, this is a proud partner of our ministry. Well, this time, ATW has developed on each of these little quadrants here, it's not just going to be a proud partner. It's not just going to be a proud donor. It's not just going to be any of that. But actually what we're going to do is we're going to challenge with the marketing strategy that we have for each local business to include a coupon on this flyer. You see, a good example of what we're strategizing with these businesses and what we're trying to challenge them to do is to offer, for instance, let's say McDonald's, the opportunity to give away a free sweet tea with the purchase of any value menu meal or something. I don't know. But the point is every business has a unique product or service. And generally, every business can offer some type of discount. Well, discounts are, in the marketing world, a really cool thing because discounts tend to get people's attention. You give somebody a discount, and they're like, wow, I go cell phone shopping, the first thing that I want is a discount. I go shopping for clothes, obviously the first thing I want is a discount. I don't want to buy these Nikes without getting some kind of discount. So I've got to do what I've got to do to get the discount. And what ATW is doing is we're offering the discount, a free dessert with your purchase of something, 400 free tokens at Frankie's Fun Park, a free month of workout with your purchase of a 12-month subscription. I don't know, Netflix, if you guys can get any bigger corporations involved in this thing. A free month of Netflix, which is one thing that they already run, or Pepsi, free Pepsi, just something to get these businesses involved. And what we're going to do is we're going to engage the community by showing them that the businesses care and that we care enough to where we can come together as a whole and put together these programs that are inspiring. Now, as far as right now, I'm going to cut this off and I'm going to end because the video's splotchy. It's really crappy. The computer is lagging really bad. But listen, if you guys have questions, please go on this group here and ask these questions below. Don't be ashamed to ask any question. All of the people who are involved in this group are involved in the ATW ministry. There's nothing to be secret. There's no hidden things at all. But in closing, I want to say this. I want you guys to be excited about what we're doing here at ATW. I don't want you to view this as if it's a job, and I don't want you to view it as if it's a paycheck, although it could turn into a potential great paycheck. What I want you to view this as is an opportunity to share in people's lives and an opportunity to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. And if you love what you're doing, you love the people you're helping, then ultimately at the end of the day, you're going to be rewarded and you're going to be engaging in some of the most wonderful activities that you could ever imagine. So I thank you guys for joining us, and I want to invite you to have just a good time. Remember, if you got any questions, please feel free to type those down here, right on the bottom right there, right below the video in the comments line. Thanks. You guys have a good day.